The 2020 F4 British Championship, certified by FIA, powered by Ford EcoBoost, contested its fourth round at Knockhill in Scotland. All eyes were on new championship leader Luke Browning and his arch-rival Zach O'Sullivan.
Abby Pulling on pole position with Roman Belinsky alongside. Then it's Zach O'Sullivan and Casper Stevenson. Alex Connor on row 3 with championship leader Luke Browning. Roberto Faria is on the 4th row. Rafael Villagomez next up from Christian Mansell and Nico Pino. Frederick Lubin on row 6 with Rima Jafali. Completing the grid, Matthias Sagazeta and 2 non-finishers from yesterday, Nat Hodgkiss and James Headley. Away we go, good start. Abby Pulling gets away well. Robert Belinsky looks across. Alex in second position. Luke Browning already on the move in the white and red number 11, yesterday's winner, and Abby Pulling is off. Pulling off at Duffus Dip and into the gravel. That's going to be a very early safety car here, and it means that coming through into the lead is Zach O'Sullivan. Robert Belinsky is in second place, third position Luke Browning. Luke Browning championship leader, then it's Alex Connor, major rival of course for him. Christian Mansell having a look up the inside line there and trying to make a place on Nico Pino, who won the rookie championship. Here we come down into the hairpin for the first time. Safety car being scrapped from this section of racetrack, and it's Zach O'Sullivan from third on the grid who comes through into the lead. More about Zach anon as we watch the safety car coming up the hill. So let's watch off the start. They're watching for the lights out. Abby Pulling gets away well. You can see Roman Belinsky in the red 55 car. The ardent machine just drops into second position, and then a tag on the back from Belinsky into the back of Abby Pulling. Roman lost second position. That's rubbing salt into the wound for Abby, who I know was hopeful of another podium here today, but the tap on the rear end of her car puts her out of the race. Chance of another podium sadly well gone. Roman Belinsky's had his own dramas this weekend as well, of course, but disappointment for Abby Pulling. Lights out on the safety car here at Knockhill. It's Zach O'Sullivan from third on the grid. The demise of Abby Pulling, the big story so far. Massive disappointment for her, and indeed us and everybody watching. Looking forward to seeing her racing it out with Zach and Roman Belinsky, who's in P2. Roman will feel bad about what's happened there for sure, but keep an eye on Luke Browning, who's in third place. He's the championship leader and up from 6 on the grid after just a few corners. But we're getting ready to go. F4 British Championship racing again here at Knockhill. Zach O'Sullivan leads for Carlin across the line, and this, I tell you what, we've still got the makings of a super race here, because we've got James Headley coming through from the back and some good fast front runners at the sharp end of things too. But we've got a battle on for second position. Luke Browning having a look at Roman Belinsky. Roman looks in his right mirror, then looks in his left, and it's down the right-hand side that Luke Browning is coming. Left as we look at them on camera, and Browning is through from 6th place now, up into second position. Oh, worrying moment there as Belinsky uses the escape road. He's got his teammate Alex Connor right behind him now. Let's have a look at this, coming down on the inside line down the hill. Belinsky was aware, he looked in both mirrors to see where Browning was coming. Still a little bit by surprise with Belinsky having to go down the escape road, but that was a clean manoeuvre by Browning, and if they've watched the footage of the previous rounds, they'll know that Luke Browning will go for any move possible. A little mistake there, and Belinsky runs wide, and up on the inside line goes Alex Connor. Connor up into a potential podium now. Roberto Faria in the number 7 car looking to try and get through as well, and Roman Belinsky, in some respects you expect this on a partially reversed grid. Roman, remember, finished in 6th position yesterday, so if you put that sort of pace back to what we would expect, maybe him to finish in 6th position in this one, whilst the others sort themselves out. But he's also got Christian Mansell in the mix as well coming up. Mansell, the leading rookie, running in 7th position at the moment. He has caught Rafael Villagomez now, and he's going to have a look as they come down into the hairpin. Looks on the inside line. Villagomez looks and sees it, knows he's got more speed, got the run on him there. Very well executed manoeuvre there by James Headley. Another position up into 8th place now. Headley clear of Villagomez. Rima Jafali still in the points as well. in 10th place, but James Headley making great progress from 15th on the grid. Minute and a half to go. Headley will race all the way. He's not going to catch Casper Stevenson if he gets past Mansell. Now let's have a look. Mansell again not getting too defensive here, but here comes Headley, hard on the brakes, down the inside, not the slightest sight of a lock-up. We've got a car on the inside of the tri-oval there. It's Faria, Roberto Faria. So that means that Headley's made up 2 places on that lap. Faria stranded on the grass, could be a safety car, maybe a red and checker, we'll wait and see. Mansell's going to try and fight back. Roberto Faria, disappointing weekend for him. So there it is, it's a spin. He was up and racing there with Casper Stevenson. But this is the last lap of the race, and it is Zach O'Sullivan, the reigning rookie Ginetta Junior champion, who has made the step up into F4 with Carlin this year, the reigning champion team. And he's finding it with Luke Browning and Fortec to be a hard year, but he is delivering when it counts, and a super race here from 3rd on the grid. Made the most of what happened on turn 1. Fastest lap, new lap record. There is the checkered flag, and it's a win for Zach O'Sullivan. Luke Browning, the championship leader, 2nd. Alex Connor takes a quiet 3rd, but a good drive once again from Alex. Roman Belinsky excluded from the result, so Zach O'Sullivan still wins. Luke Browning in 2nd, Alex Connor 3rd from Casper Stevenson and James Headley. Christian Mansell, the rookie winner from Rafael Villagomez. Then it was Nat Hodgkiss in 8th, Matthias Sagazeta 9th, and the final point going to Frederick Lubin. Rima Jafali in 11th, and the finish is completed by Nico Pino.
Abby, so I can only imagine how frustrated you are after that. Just tell us about that incident.
Yeah, it was really annoying. We were struggling on testing because I hadn't been here before the weekend. It was my first time here, and you know, I started on pole. I was really happy about starting on pole. I was really confident that we could get the problems sorted that I was doing for the race, and I could get a podium again and get some good points all for this weekend. But going into the corner, I braked, and as soon as I braked, I just felt a massive shunt of the rear end. We had an incident with the same driver yesterday as well, so I don't know. I don't know what it is.
So Zach, a win, a fastest lap. In fact, you've beaten your own lap record from yesterday. You've got to be very, very happy with the way that went.
Yeah, after yesterday, I'm quite happy because we found something on the car just before the race, and it paid off. We struggled a bit in quali, and then got the lap record yesterday, and then beat again today. So yeah. We finally found our feet a bit more around here. We've been struggling till now, but yeah, good way to start on Sunday.
Well, Luke, no win this time, no new record for you, but P2 is still a very, very good result given where you started.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's all I could do from there, really. We're not on our new tyres. I think O'Sullivan went new, so you know he did a brilliant job with them. And but yeah, it was basically just getting through the pack. So I'm really happy with what we managed to do there, and I'm looking forward to race 2 when we bolt on some news.
So Alex, it was a pretty quiet 3rd place, but a good drive all the same and a good result.
Yeah, it was really good. I didn't get the best of starts, but it was all right. But yeah, I think it was a good race overall from 5th to 3rd. It was good.
Luke Browning leads the championship by 28 points from Zach O'Sullivan. Alex Connor 3rd, Casper Stevenson in 4th, then James Headley. Roberto Faria 6th ahead of top rookie, that's Christian Mansell. Abby Pulling 8th ahead of Roman Belinsky, and Rafael Villagomez completing our top 10. Here's how they line up for round 12 of the F4 British Championship here at Knockhill. Luke Browning, the championship leader on pole, and Casper Stevenson alongside. Row 2, Alex Connor and Zach O'Sullivan. On the 3rd row, James Headley and Roberto Faria. 4th row, Rafael Villagomez with Abby Pulling. Then it's Roman Belinsky and Nico Pino, Frederick Lubin and Nat Hodgkiss on row 6. The 7th row, Christian Mansell, the grid completed by Rima Jafali and Matthias Sagazeta. They're about to go green on round 12 of the championship. Luke Browning on pole position. Alongside him is Casper Stevenson. They both get away well. The top 4, indeed the top 6, all slot in line as they are on the grid, with Luke Browning leading from Casper Stevenson. Alex Connor in 3rd. Then it's Zach O'Sullivan. Zach getting double lap records this weekend thus far, but Browning makes a perfect start again, looking to make it 2 wins out of 3.
this weekend. In the second position, the other racers, we watch Abby Pulling right in the mix as well. But that was a very nice, clean Formula 4 start. And they've all made it through the first corners. Now O'Sullivan challenging for second place. Zach O'Sullivan third place, goes through ahead of Alex Connor. Roberto Faria coming up to have a little nibble as well. Just saw at the back of shot Rima Jafali momentarily on the dirt as Faria looks down the inside line. Connor on the outside in red. And then, so it's between Connor and Faria now, but O'Sullivan, super moved by the 51 car. Now, Nat Hodgkiss, who's in the points again for the third time in race number 1, goes through. Great move on the inside line of Nico Pino. And having a good race. Abby Pulling now just about to have a look at Rafael Villagomez on the inside line a little bit further forward. And the 67 car coming under pressure from Roberto Faria. Abby Pulling trying to get the job done here, side by side as they come down through Leslie's and into McIntyre's. Good move by Abby Pulling, super stuff. This is it, Abby Pulling bouncing back from a moment this morning. Frederick Lubin trying to come through as well in the 78. And Lubin, I think, has got the run here, side by side with Pulling, coming down into the hairpin and coming through on the inside line is Nico Pino as well. Gomez, beg your pardon, going through on the inside line. So Frederick Lubin makes up a position, and Abby Pulling just drops back with Nat Hodgkiss, her JHR teammate, right in behind, but Pulling is fighting back on the outside line. Side by side with Villagomez, you can see Rookie with the yellow background on his number. And great stuff from Abby Pulling on the inside line as they go through Leslie's, outside into McIntyre's, heading down into Butcher's once again. Let's see, she's again braving it out on the outside. If she's not careful here, she'll get mugged and lose a few places. So Pulling up ahead of Christian Mansell. Now look at closely at Mansell's car, missing the rear wing. So let's see if we can catch up and see how Mansell lost the rear wing. So look back here, a little bit of contact with Abby Pulling at the chicane. It's intact at the moment on the 21 car, and there it goes. That's how the rookie championship leader lost that, and he could lose the rookie championship in this race as a result. May well come into the pits, but it's not affecting him too much at the moment. He's still having a good battle here with Abby, and in behind, Nico Pino trying to get stuck in as well. Pulling has a look across outside the points at the moment in 11th place. And here comes Mansell, has a look on the outside line. Abby Pulling on the inside. They're side by side. He's not going to have any grip as they go down into Duffer's Dip. Very much like driving a Formula 4 1600 car. And he goes through. What a superb move by Christian Mansell. Super racing from him. And that's the determination that takes him to the head of the Rookie Championship for first-year drivers. Has done a couple of races in F4, but he's going to get the black and orange flag because the car is not as stable as it should be on track, and therefore he'll have to go, even though he's done a super job there to come through and pass Abby, who is now coming under pressure from Nico Pino. So Abby, I think, has some problems as well. Pino to the outside line. He's going to try and, gets the job done. Abby Pulling not looking happy at all at the moment, and there was major expectation on that race too, that she might have been able to possibly take a win. We certainly know she's got podium pace, which we saw in the reverse grid at Brands Hatch. But the Aussie not happy about getting the meatball flag, is he? This is the 8th position back, still going on, and Villagomez goes through and takes the rookie class lead. Super move as they came down Duffus and into Leslie's. Can he hold on to it? It looks like he has, so Villagomez takes the class lead. Here's a replay of the pass for the rookie class lead. Villagomez had already teed up the inside line as they came down to Duffus. Lubin wasn't going to give way though, holds on to it, grabs a little bit of curb, and that cedes the places that... But here comes Luke Browning out of the hairpin for the last time. He's not going to pop a lap, I don't think, on Sakazeta, but comes up and says position number 1 and takes the flag. 2 out of 3 for Luke Browning. Second place goes to Casper Stevenson. Third to Zach O'Sullivan. So it was win number 2 of the weekend for Luke Browning. Casper Stevenson second from Zach O'Sullivan. Alex Connor was 4th from James Headley and Roberto Faria. 7th goes to Roman Belinsky. Rafael Villagomez in 8th place,
and he wins the rookie category. Frederick Lubin second in rookies from Nat Hodgkiss, who is our final point scorer. 11th position went to Nico Pino, ahead of that great battle between Rima Jafali, who got the better of Matthias Sakaseta, and they completed the finishers.
Well done, Luca. A dominant victory there. And you were so cool, calm and collected. You were sending messages to the guys on the pit wall halfway through that race.
Yeah, I mean, that car was just absolutely phenomenal. We've been struggling a little bit. We didn't bolt the news on for the second to go for the lap record in the third race, and we managed to grab it. So yeah, that was just an absolutely awesome race on my side. Great start, and then yeah, we just proceeded to power away. But I can't thank the team enough. It's an absolutely surreal feeling.
Well, what does it do for you, as you say, taken out in the earlier race? How important is it to come back and get a good result?
Yeah, it's you know, if we, you know, the last race is always determines the journey home. So you know, be a happy journey home as opposed to a miserable one.
So off to Thruxton for the next race. What are your thoughts looking forward to that one?
I think that'll be an interesting one, interesting in single seaters. Probably the one track where quality is not so important. So yeah, it would be good. Nice few week break now, and then be refreshed for hopefully getting a few wins, not just podiums.
It's a tough track, that one coming up. We look forward to seeing you there in a few weeks' time.
Thank you.
Well done. Right.
As we head to Thruxton in Hampshire, the table looks like this. A 38-point lead for Luke Browning now over Zach O'Sullivan. Alex Connor is there in third, just ahead of Casper Stevenson. James Headley fifth, Roberto Fara in sixth. Maintaining his lead in the Rookie Championship, despite disappointment in that race, is Christian Mansell. Abby Pulling eighth, ahead of Roman Belinsky. And Rafael Villagomez second in the Rookies and 10th overall.